For starters, let me say this. I think President Yoweri Museveni has to resign and he has to go home and just rest and, take care of himself and take care of the family. It's time that he can go and now relax. That is very important. He has to take leave. Yeah. And where you will go, we will discuss it later. That is something that we will discuss later. The truth of the matter is his deeds will account for where he will go. He definitely needs to be in a safe and better place. And that will be only according to his deeds. If there were good ones or there were bad ones, that is up to him. Yeah, the system of mentorship, you will only become successful when your successor, have succeeded. That's the truth of the matter. So we have to go forward with what we have to be doing. Where are the suckers when the old bananas dies? King, not even King, Chinua Achebe was right when he wrote this in Things Fall Apart. Who are the people who are going to change the narratives of Africans? In my mind, I'm thinking about people who have died, including Captain Thomas Sankara, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. I'm thinking about Muammar Gaddafi. I'm thinking about George Floyd, who was murdered on the streets of the US, if you remember. It tells you a lot about how African child or African people from African descendants should be able to be treated, and they should be in spaces where they should be treated as equals, not people who deserve favor from other civilizations. Sometimes you have to change things, more things, but you are in the wrong environment. You can't change everything, but the little things that you can try to do, just try and do that. Lack and poverty makes you stupid and you lower your bar to the bare minimum. That even little money or small amount of money can make you to bow down and lick asses, which is not proper and it's not right. You lose your dignity over money. Oh my, we have come to a time which is so bad. As a people, we need to ask God for forgiveness. If you can kill, murder, violate human rights, and you still stand at podiums and talk and people still clap for you because at the end of the day, you give them some money. It's so bad. Let's just pray to Almighty God to save us. Let Him forgive us. Where and who are the people to start getting our people from dependency syndrome? African continent does not lack. They should lick us. They should lick us because we have it all. Where are the bold men and women who are going to rise up and stand for our people? The people like the Ibrahim Traore, an iconic leader. Where are they? But we thank him that he's leading us the way. We can't thank him enough. Where are the bold men and women who are going to stop the killing and murdering of our very own for the love of money and properties? Because the last time I checked is that you're not going to go with all these properties to heaven. Vanity upon vanity is vanity. So it is what it is. Who will change the narrative of our ministers and presidents, with this kind of moving with cars, so many convoys, at the end of the day, they say also, they claim that they are loved, but they have to protect themselves to the extent where they have to move with their toilets. Over 20 plus cars, leave alone, even the president, they're in a different world. But of course, the ministers have the lead cars and all of that. We don't need that. In the other civilizations, they don't have them. But here where we are claiming that they love us, we have to protect ourselves so bad from the people that we lead. How shameful that is. Who will change this narrative? If they love you, why do you have to move with over 30 cars? Only the stupid ones will think that by keeping others repressed, they are safe. You're not safe. Hey, no offense, not even the electrified ones, not even when your son is the one in charge of the army. will you be safe when others are repressed? Because when they rise up, history has demonstrated that nobody has been safe, because it's simple. We are not in a generations where we need to go to war, but we are in a generations where we can use our social media and do and make the necessary changes. You know, not the armored vehicles will protect you. Nothing can save you when the monsters rise up. You will forget where the keys are, where for the keys to your gates. You'll forget them when they rise up. No food, no medical supply, no medicine coming to your home. You will understand that when it reaches that time. No fuel will power your generators. Not even electricity will be sent to your house. You will understand when it reaches that point. You know, that is the thing. We are in the .com world. We can use our social media to create the changes that we need. You know, we have to use the brain, less of the fighting in the bush like they did those days. You know, so let's make the necessary adjustments. Yeah. And we cause the necessary changes that we all deserve. No longer shall the youth be used to kill another. No longer shall we be used to be older person's projects. We are jokers when you see old people still going to look for votes and you wonder which projects they are for. Are they for the people? Even the youth are celebrating old people who can't even have composure of themselves. Oh my, we are jokers in our own countries. I'm telling you, we have youth who are chanting after them. Oh my God, may God help us to open our eyes. The myopic view has to get off. Time to flow like water. You have to change with water. Where it goes to a narrow end, you have to go there like that. Where it expands and moves in circles, we have got to move like that if we need to make the necessary changes. President Yoweri Museveni, it's time that you retire and go home. Where you go is a discussion of another day, but your deeds have to stand for you. Yeah, it is what it is. Let's be bold and courageous and tell people who deserve to rest and let the young suckers carry on the mantle.